Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Let's make it a great week, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Love coming out of you makes you happy. The whole world can love you, but that is not the love that will make you happy. What will make you happy is to share all the love you have inside of you. That is the love that will make the difference. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 44, Nasdaq up 28, S&P's up 350, gold contract down $10.30, trading at $1,241 an ounce. Silver down 39 cents at $19.91 an ounce. Platinum off $19 at $1,449 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.34 a pound. Light sweet crude up 62 cents, trading at $94.99 a barrel. Bonds, you get the 10-year down 3 ticks at 124.10. 30-year up 1 tick at 131.11. King dollar down 132 at 81.23. The euro is at 135, and the yen's trading up 15 at 104.33. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so we've been at these highs right now for about 20 trading days. S&P went after the high again this morning. The high that we're going after is the 1849.44. You get the 1849.31. We do 733 million versus the 894. Can't handle the higher price. You know, we'll see how long we're going to hang up at these levels. We certainly are hanging at higher levels, but what you do have is this, that when we came down on the 2nd of January as well as the 13th of January, both of those are the largest volume days, and of course both of them are down days. We go over to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. This is what you have at the Dow. Now the Dow, the high that has been generated in the Dow was the 16,588. That was generated on December 31st. The Dow had the biggest pullback when it went down to the 16,240. Tried to make it up and over the last week of trade. Couldn't handle it out here today. What you do have is that Big Blue just come out with numbers, and Big Blue just continues to basically go downtown. Nothing heavy, but this is what you have. Big Blue closed at 188. She's trading up $3 right now, 191. She had traded it to 186. What you're going to see, though, is this, folks. That this higher price is not going to hold. You get a small counter trend bounce happening with Big Blue. The high out here today was 190.30. The high on Friday was 190.88. And what you have, and you continue to have with Big Blue, this is a fundamental deal. It's pretty intense, too. Their revenue continues to go down. They continue to make their numbers, but guess what? That's by cutting X. That's the whole ball of wax. Bottom line is that their revenue went down once again. You know, so they made their number. In fact, they made 6 cents over the number. You know, but what I expect you're going to see is that that's been going on for a huge, long time. Gold contract. Let's go over to gold. We take a look at gold. We have gold price closed out at 1241.50. What we have here is this, is that we are basically building cars to get into the 1362 swing point from October. That's the way this little baby's setting up right now. The XAU, the HUI, they got back inside their higher range. They had some juice inside the higher range. You have a couple of these gold equities that are just finishing up an ABC structure on the way up. You got others that are coming up to their swing points. So you can expect some volatility, and I do expect volatility in the next week and a half, but it wants higher price. Bonds, okay, now this is the number, folks. These bonds refuse to back off. If we start with the 10-year, this is what you have. And I'm saying refusing to back off in a flat-out deal that the Fed says, hey, guess what, we're tapering. Well, you know what? There's demand for these bonds. The 10-year bond today went to a low of 124, rejected that lower price, had lighter volume, and we're talking about a lot lighter volume. It was 800,000 contracts going into 1.6 million, and it closed at the high. It looks to me like we got a small ABC structure on the way up. The 10-year wants to get into this 127 area, and if we go over to the 30-year is actually even stronger than the 10-year. But they both want higher price. The 30-year right now is trading at 131.10, and she wants up there to the 134 area. The yield on the 10-year right now is at 2.829. We'll see if we can break that 2.8. You couldn't very well get on the 3 side each and every time it came up to that 3.0. What you had is that it backed off. As we go to the 2.8, it's doing the same thing. So that's kind of what we're dealing with in the bonds right at this particular point. King dollar. Let's go over and take a look at King dollar. This is where we have a King dollar. She continues to show strength. We are at 25,000 contracts out here today. You're coming into the swing point from October, and I suspect it not only wants to get up and over the swing, but it looks to me like King dollar wants to get into the 83 area. And what that's all about, folks, is that's all about the correlation of how many basically dollar bonds are getting issued across the world. And guess what? They need dollar bonds to basically issue them, and they need dollars in order to push out the interest after the fact. That's a huge demand that's happening right now across the world. We go over to CREE, C-R-E-E. This just come out with numbers. So CREE closed at 62.83. Right now, that is trading at 64.70. And if we take a look at that chart for a second. Okay, so, this is dangerous. Oh, my God. Yeah, this says 2 separate downdrafts in it. A downdraft in August, that's where CREE went from $76 down to 58. You had the second one in October. That's where it went from 75 down to 59. So the good thing is that you're not gapping away, gapping downtown. That's for sure, because that's what it did the last couple times that it come out with numbers. Here's how the numbers go. So the earnings per share in the third quarter, they were looking at 40 cents. They're going to see 34 to 41, so that's not a big deal there. The top line estimate was $413 million. They're going to see 390 to 420. NUAN, okay, kind of interesting because CREE and Nuance Communications, Nuance closed at $14.89. That is trading right now at $16, so that's up $1.20. Numbers go like this in Nuance Communications. The estimate was 20 cents. They made 23 to 24. That's what they're saying. This is a preliminary, okay? So they're coming out with a preliminary estimate. The estimate was 20. They're saying they're going to make more money. That's the bottom line. Top line, they saw the revenue coming in at $477 million to $487 million. Now they see $487 to $491. We take a look at that chart. And that chart is only filling the gap also. They're trying to push this baby. So Nuance, folks, has got absolutely smoked. Last 6 months, it went from $20, has a high volume low of 13. They're trying to basically push it up into that gap. That's on the shorter term basis. On a longer term basis, yeah, it's a dog. On a longer term basis, this stock has just gone from 31 to 15. And we just do it a little bit longer. Okay, so she's making her way. Nuance is, yeah, she's making her way down to, oh my God, she's making her way down to $7. It's a big number. So Nuance, no doubt, it has lower prices coming at it in a big way too, not in a small way. We go back to IBM for a second. Oh, there you go. This is sick. This is sick, folks. IBM is a 16. So when we just brought it up, I had told you when they come out, it went from 188 to 186. Then it went up to 191. It's 186 right now. IBM, let me tell you, folks, on a continual basis, you can just be a fundamentalist on IBM and know that each and every quarter, and I'm talking about every quarter they have less revenue. So IBM right now is a monster, of course. More than likely, they're going to sell another server business, but she also has a high volume low at 172. IBM wants lower price in a big way. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials finished down 44, NASDAQ up 28, S&P's up 4.5, gold's at 1241, silver 1990, platinum 1450. We're going to be right back.